Gamers and gamettes, what's going on? MyCurious127 here, and welcome to my guide for Dark Knight level 50. Now, I know in my last Dark Knight video you guys really enjoyed it a lot, and that was just starting out as a level 30. But now we're at level 50. We're going to get a bit more complex. We're going to talk about some things, and this is just from my standpoint. It's like I said in the last video, I am no expert tank, nor do I claim to be one. I'm not on like freaking Mr. Happy or MTQ's level or nothing like that. So you're talking to a point from a basic guy that just enjoys playing this freaking game. But with that being said, here's the point I want to stress. Since I am not an expert tank and I am getting the kind of success that I am having with this class, it'll obviously show you the kind of class it is, at least for right now. Now this is before they decide to nerf anything, because let's face it, all the time when new classes come out, they get nerfs, they get adjustments and everything like that. And this class is really powerful. I mean tank and DPS wise. So it's definitely something you want to think about. But anyway, guys, we're at level 50. We're going to go back to striking dummies. I'm going to teach you guys a few new tricks I've learned and stuff like that. And now we're going to get a little bit more in depth into this class. And I'll do one more guide with this class once we hit level 60. So let's start with the move list, actions and traits. Like I told you guys before, your basic combo is going to be hard slash, spinning slash, power slash. That is your immunity generating combo. That one is always going to look like this, and like before, I had it in a thing, in a macro called Getsuka Tensho. Hard slash, not missing this time because we're level 50. Spinning slash, power slash. That is your basic freaking immunity generating combo. Now, I have a second one that I title MP slash. This is because you have a few pulling moves, right? For one, you have Unmend, which is your like your shield lob or tomahawk, and then you have Unleash. And as you guys notice, looking at my MP bar, both of these use MP. So I came up with this combo, MP slash. It is composed of hard slash, Siphon strike, and Soul Eater. All three of these moves combo together, so it's not it's not something crazy that I made up. They're all combo together. And that is the one when I use when I'm more in DPS mode using Dark Side, or if I'm doing a speed run and I'm spamming a lot of Unleash. If I'm spamming Unleash, I don't even use my immunity generating combo, because Unleash is doing 90% of the aggro for me. And that's a good way with the speed runs. However, look at Unleash's MP cost and look at the MP cost of Flash. This is why I keep Flash on this class, because if you're running low on MP, Flash does make a good backup, and that's a point I want to stress to a lot of people. Now, don't get me wrong, now, and I'm going to flat out say it straight up. As you get more comfortable with this class, you don't need Flash. The thing is, I'm a rookie tank. I like having a backup plan. And if I don't, I had bad history with tanking. When I first started tanking, people raged at me a lot. Healers hated me and stuff. So I'm one of those paranoid kind of tanks. I like having the aggro 24/7. Like here's my basic rotation. Whenever I'm doing a dungeon, and this is not even with a speed run. Here, check this out. Unmend, pull my shield lob up, hard slash, spinning slash, power slash, unleash, flash, rinse and repeat back into the enemy generating combo. I'd only do that because I like to ensure that I have aggro. Now the cross class abilities I picked up to level 50, I'm going to show you guys. I got Flash, obviously. Provokes necessary for every tank. Covalescence increases HP recovery via healing magic for 20 seconds. Whenever you get in one of those tight situations, you've pulled a mob of like freaking 6 to 8 enemies speed running, and the healer needs an extra boost. Throw that shit on. Foresight and Bloodbath. Will I probably snag anything else through 50? Maybe I'll pick up awareness, and yeah, that's probably it. I'll probably just snag awareness, because I don't see really too much else that's useful from warrior, unless you want to do more of the DPS kind of stuff, which this class works good for too. I do have a video up on my channel if you guys would like to see that. It's actually me, 2 other Dark Knights, and a really rookie healer smoking Hawk Manor, because that's the kind of DPS that this class does right now, and we annihilate everything. Like I just used the final boss battle as a prime example, but this class is really powerful, and that's why I believe eventually, damage wise, it's most likely going to get nerfed. Now you have a few other moves I want to get into. We have one called Low Blow. This I didn't have last time. This is going to be your stun move or whatever whenever somebody uses a crazy attack or AoE or something. Just stuns for. The thing I like about this one is it stuns for like 2 or 3 seconds instead of 1, and that's really cool. So God forbid you're a second off before that you think they're going to do that attack, it'll cancel it out anyway, and they can't, which is awesome. Reprisal. This move I like very much. I think it lowers their attack power, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It delivers, not only does it deliver an attack with a potency of 210, so it hits hard, period. It has a recast every 30 seconds, which is awesome. But anytime you parry an attack, it'll knock their damage dealt down by 10%. So I keep that on my main hotbar, and I use it often. Let's see here. You have the Living Dead. The Living Dead, I don't care too much for this move as of yet. I mean, this move is when your HP is reduced to 0 while under the effect of the Living Dead, instead of becoming KO'd, your status will change to a Walking Dead. You'll be zombified. You can't really do anything or nothing like that. I've never actually even tried this move yet. But if the healer can restore you to full HP while you have that, it'll keep you from dying. The only time I would recommend that move is if you're going to get hit with something that that's going to kill you. And that's a rare instance for tanks, because as you guys can see, especially with this one, it's got HP on a warrior status. Like, look at my gear. Give you guys an example. I have a few Magitech pieces. There's a ring, there's that, and mind you, the only one out of all of them that's 130 is the chest and the sword. They're the only ones that are 130. And this class is rocking a heavy 9,443 HP at a base level of 120. Like, I'm not really wearing too much special stuff. As you guys can see, I got a balance between of high quality and blue rarity gear from 2.5. But it's heavy with HP. And Abyssal, he came here with a fully souped up one. He's level 53 from what I know right now, and he's over 10,000 HP. So I mean, don't get me wrong, the ton of HP thing, that's not always the best thing for the healers, because they have to refill that full HP bar back up, which is a pain. I understand. It's going to take more than a few cure ones to fill that bad boy up. But at the same time, it's really good, and it's really great with defense. Like, I don't even mean to brag, but the healer in my FC, he's a big expert. I'm talking always in his books, always looking online ways to fix his numbers and stuff like that, and he says he has a easier time with healing Dark Knight than he does with Paladin. Now he has a unique healing style, so that may not be true for everyone, so big disclaimer on that. But the class is as of right now is really powerful defense wise, HP wise, and it's a really hefty damage dealer. Like, if you're making a pre-made party with your guild and you're short of DPS and you have a fully souped up Dark Knight with you, feel free to use them. Like, no lie, like, I think I'm gonna go ahead. I know you guys remember I did the Garuda Extreme farming guide. I'm gonna try bringing some Dark Knights in there as DPSs to test the theory and see if how much damage this class really does. If I can still pull off that speed run Garuda Extreme with with a few Dark Knights as DPS, I probably won't even have to say anything else to you guys. But let's see here. Any other moves we need to cover before we wrap this up? Okay. Dark Dance. Once again, that's a DPS thing if you're succumbing to the dark side. The thing is, dark side is a DPS move. I haven't even seen too many ooh, that's the one I want to get into. Yeah, we'll get that in a second, Solar Earth. But I don't see Dark Knights in dark side often because DPS mode there are a lot of tanks. And speaking of that, speaking of the tanks, coming here, I know a lot of people who became Dark Knights were probably full-time DPS in their first time tanking. Because every time I go into a dungeon and I see a Dark Knight, they're always hesitant to main tank or take a tanking role, period. And I want to tell you guys, don't be afraid because the class will hold its own. It will do the work as long as you have your rotations right. And if you want to base guide the rotations, just watch my first video. But last but not least, right? So, I got a question. You guys ever been in a dungeon, right? You're pulling. Let's say there's a bard and a summoner in there. You guys are pulling. You got the heavy mob and everything, but the bard and the summoner they put down their fire arrow and that other blue aura move that goes on the ground. And, they're just constantly doing damage, and you're having a hard time keeping aggro. You're spamming the flash and everything, and you have nothing to counter that damage over time that they're doing. What you do now, and I'm going to show you guys a new kick to my rotation that I'm going to add. Let's try this for size. We're going to unmend. We're going to go straight into the 1, 2, 3. We're going to cast an unleash. We're going to flash. Then we're going to put down Salted Earth. Let's see. Hold on, that's right. The only thing about Salted Earth, it's a targeting move. We're going to place that down. Yeah, your own damage over time little AoE moves that sits there. And I have tested the theory already. It easily will counter the bard and the summoner's AoE, and it'll help you hold aggro easily. Honestly, you can even put this down first sometimes. So let's try that. Instead of recharge here real quick. Keep in mind, guys, and I'll say this again, I am no expert tank. This is just stuff that I've been experimenting and learning. If you guys got any tips, anything you see I'm doing wrong, feel free to say it. I won't be offended. I'm an open YouTuber and gamer. I'm a human just like everyone else. I can take advice. Alright, we're going to throw that down there. We're going to unmend this bad boy. Unleash. And then we'll go into the combo. And, since we just used the unleash a second ago, if you don't feel like it, unleash it again, burn all the MP, just put a quick flash in there. And then go right back to your 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been the level 50 guide for Dark Knight. Just a short thing. Like I said, once again, I am no pro tank. I am no pro MMO player. So if you guys have any tips, anything you want to offer me, stuff like that, anything that you've learned, feel free to add it. And hell, if I try and it works great for me, I might even mention it, in the next guide. But that's about it for Dark Knight level 50, and I will see you guys at level 60. Peace out, guys. Subscribe. Take care.